I would love to welcome everybody to my first segment, Soldier Island, the introduction. I'm your host, Jerkwenton. When I say introduction, I don't just mean introduction to my book. I also mean introduction to who I am as a person. For those who don't know me, I come from a small town called Jerkwenton, Texas. Population, no more than 40,000. I wasn't a bad kid coming up, but I wasn't the best. I wasn't able to graduate from my high school, but I did decide to go to North Texas Job Corps. I got my GED there, but then I came back home. I started working, trying to survive. But then I realized that I wanted to do more with myself. I've always felt like I had a voice that the world needed to hear, but I never knew how to get my voice out there to the world. So I decided that maybe if I further my education along the way, I would find that. So I decided to go to ITT Technical Institute in Houston, Texas. There, I studied applied science, drafting and designing. Also along the way, I was blessed to meet my wife. She helped me in so many ways that I can't even explain to you the feeling that she gave me throughout them years of working and going to school, working morning shifts and going to school at night. For anyone who's done that, you know that it's not easy, especially when you have responsibilities. Once I graduated, I felt like I had everything figured out. I felt like I was on the right path of providing a good life for my family. But I also realized that I couldn't just stop with my associates. I had to push further. I had to actually obtain more, just so that I know that one day my family would be comfortable. So I decided to go to the Houston Art Institute. And there I studied video and film production. I started writing skits, short stories, essays, and I realized that I love writing. I realized that my voice that I was looking for was right there in front of me the whole time. I wasn't able to graduate with my bachelor's due to circumstances in life, but I left there feeling like I grabbed something in life that nobody could ever take from me. And that was my talent of writing. I was working at Car Spa as a lower base specialist. Anybody who know what a lube shop is, and if for anyone who's worked at a lube shop at the lower bay, you know that that's a messy job. Backbreaking. Literally. But I loved it. I also knew that I didn't go to school to get my associate's degree to change all. And also get halfway through my bachelor's to come home early all the time. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just knew that I left Lufkin seeking for more. So I started writing a poem to my wife. It started out good, but after 30 minutes I realized that I was still writing. So I reread what I wrote. I realized that a poem was nowhere near it. It was becoming a short story. It was becoming a reality to me. If that makes any sense to anyone who's a writer, author, who's a painter, you know that when you visualize something and to bring it to life gives you a feeling of achievement that like no other. So I decided I'd just keep writing. Before you know it, I was like 3 paragraphs in. And so once I got home, I showed my wife and I was like, this is what I wrote. I started out as a poem, writing for you, but it didn't end up like that. She read it, and she looked at me and she was like, baby, it's pretty good. Just keep going. Just keep going until you feel like you need to stop. And so I did. And that's when Soldier Island was created, which led me to the introduction of my book. Soldier Island is a sci-fi thriller based off of scientific events and government conspiracies. Sergeant Major Larry Smith and his team of knights are sent to a remote location known as Soldier Island. The mission is to secure the area and report to Dr. Zan, who's a brilliant scientist who found the way to cure cancer by causing them to fight against each other. Well, they found Dr. Zan, but they also found something more. Creatures that lurk in the shadows. Ex-military soldiers who were diagnosed with cancer and Dr. Zan used the cure on them. Their bodies somehow mutated, and now they'll stop at nothing to destroy everything. But that's only half of the problem. Dr. Foreign, who's a sworn enemy to Dr. Zan, stole the cure, and now he's headed to the land that Sergeant Major Larry Smith swore to protect. And the government that he believed in is behind him. Sergeant Major Larry Smith now have to go against all that he knows, including sacrificing his life, the life of his team, and the ones that he loved the most. Be sure if you want to look up Soldier Island, you can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, and Google Play. And if you would love to learn more information or know anything more about it, please contact my manager, Mr. Stevens, at World Entertainment Resource Company. Thank you.